Good morning, Foundation students. It is Mr. Aarons. I'm sorry I cannot be with you all in class today because my children's childcare is closed, and so I need to be with them at home. Also, I've been with my kids all day and I'm making this video at about 10:30 on Sunday night, so I look rough. That's why I don't have my camera on. Um, but I did want to greet you all this morning with this video, and I certainly want to show you some of the awesome work that was submitted after last week's classes. And so we're going to get started with that. Um, I'm going to showcase the writing that you submitted after working with Miss Nye and her group. And I want to pull out this writing and show it to you because it is incredible. It is thoughtful, it is passionate, it is mature, and it just shows what kind of voice you young people have and how important your voice is. And so I need to share it with you all. So as I'm like presenting it on the screen and talking about it, feel free to put your comments to the writing that you see in the chat. Really, talk each other up. That's what a community does. And especially that is a helpful thing to do as a community of writers when we're all kind of learning how to reach our audience. It's nice to hear from the audience to know what works and what they like. So let's fill up the chat with some positive comments, and here we go. Let's take a look at this one piece of writing called My Voice. Disappointed, scared, upset. These are the three words I think of in this video. The one line Meek said was, "The color of your skin can and will be used against you in the court of law." This sentence already speaks. It's like I don't even have to say anything. We are treated differently because of our skin. Do you see that? And I can honestly say it irritates the soul out of me and gets me so mad. Why is our society built like this? I love in this writing that the person is really thinking about their audience when they choose their words. What are the words that are going to have the most emotional impact? And I can tell that there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of feeling behind this writing. I'm sensing it. This was an excellent piece of writing to read because I could feel that emotion coming from the writer. Let's take a look at this one now. In my opinion, I think we should not have police officers in schools. As I see it, if students need someone to talk to, they should just seek a counselor. I personally think counselors are what students need. They listen to your emotional and social problems. Researchers state schools with more police officers tend to have higher arrest and suspension rates. A few studies have also tried to nail down the effects of school police on students. For instance, if students were to be asked what they think about school police, the majority will have a negative view. There was also evidence that police officers meant older students were more likely to be arrested in and out of school. The article states, this study doesn't break down the findings by race, but numerous other analyses have shown that Black students are more likely to be arrested in school. I love how this writer started off their writing by clearly telling us their position on this topic. We should not have police officers in school. They went on to use other pieces of evidence from the video to support what they had said up here. I really enjoyed reading this writing. The structure of it was something that really spoke to me. Okay, let's take a look at this one. This person's writing says, what stood out to me is that Black lives matter because nobody cares about our Black people as much as they say they care about Black. But they don't. They just want to kill us. Now, I am reading these words and I am just feeling the passion behind them coming from this writer. I almost get the sense that this person didn't have a chance to finish, like they were on a roll and maybe they have some more to say. I hope that the writer of this one takes this and creates more, because I can tell that there is, like I said, passion and more behind it. Thank you to this writer. Okay, let's check this one out. This one says, what moments stood out to you? Moments that stood out to me was when he said that a black man could get a life in prison for the same thing as a white and the white man will get like 5 years. So this person is clearly reacting to a fact that they heard in a video. And I like that they're bringing that up because, like the last piece of writing, I feel like there is more to be said here. Like this is maybe the start to a much bigger piece of writing. And I like that the person is reflecting on it. Sometimes when we write, we are actually able to think through our thoughts more clearly and even get a bigger understanding of them. So I like that this person has started to kind of process what they heard in a video in their writing. Excellent. Okay, here's another piece of writing where I can see that the author is trying to think through some of the things that they heard in a video. It says messages came to was facts happen in our world right now with no rights, racism, and more. And they didn't help because of his skin color with another thing we have in our world. So yeah, does the messages that stood out to me. So like I said, this is a writer who is reacting to things that they heard, and it almost seems like they're trying to process it. I like this as a strategy because it can often turn into a bigger piece of writing once you kind of collect what it is you think about these facts. Writing is a wonderful way to process. Thank you to this writer for putting down their thoughts. Okay, and here's the last piece of writing we have. It says, in Miss Nye's breakout room, we are talking about school police or security. I feel like it's a good thing to be talking about things like this because some people probably have bad experiences with that or good experiences. But I feel like it's good to talk about it and to give advice. And I feel like we should have school police in our building because the school police protect us from bad people and bad things. And they actually do their job because some school police officers doesn't do their job, and I feel like that is a bad thing. This person comes to a claim right here. I feel like we should have school police in our building. And she talked a little bit about how she considered both sides, but ultimately she feels like we should have police in our building. And this is great. This is a very clear claim coming through. And she even goes on to start to give us the reasoning behind that thinking. I really liked reading this. And I want to know more about why this author believes that there should be police in schools. This is an intriguing writing to me. Overall, readers and writers, I hope that you've seen that you have a voice in writing. Your words have power, they have impact, they have meaning and purpose, and they're so important. And when we practice our writing, we learn how to use those words to really say what it is that is in our minds. So this week, we're going to have another opportunity for you to practice writing with Miss Nye. And Miss Nye will tell you more about that starting with today's class. However, like the past 2 weeks, you're going to have time to work with her, and then you'll turn in something at the end of the week just so that I can see what you have been working on. Here are some of the other assignments that you'll be working on this week. There are 3 reading assignments left in Punching the Air. 6:10 through 6:11 and 12, and that's going to take us through the end of the book. So you'll begin reading with this 6:10, And just to remind you, there is the PDF of the pages, there is a YouTube of the audiobook, and there is a sheet of notes that you should fill out for each assignment. This is where you're going to show me that you're looking for figurative language, that you're practicing the reading strategies that you've learned. One more thing to show you is that, again, this week, you will be doing a response for punching the air, which is on Seesaw. When you go into that app, you will see that you have options for how you can share your thinking. You can do it through text. You can do it through pictures. You can do it through a video, through recording your voice. There's several different ways that you can talk about what you are reading in the book. I'd love to see many more of you completing this assignment because this is rich to me. This is where I really get to see your brain work about this text that I hope you are reading and thinking about how you can use it to change our world. That's what you can look forward to this week. I know you're going to start strong with today's Monday class. I'll be back with you tomorrow, and I really look forward to seeing the work that you come up with.